Hey, what's up, team? We're here for quads and glutes today. Favorite day of the week. Simple profile today, real simple setup too. So this could be travel friendly depending on where you're at, where you're going. I'm gonna start with a full dynamic warm up today. All right, full shebang, get it going. Hip openers, quad stretching, all the things. In terms of setup, I have, you'll need one heavy-ish dumbbell. So I'll be using that for skinny elevated goblet squats, optional plate or shallow platform if you have it. So I've got my plate over there. I'm going to alternate that movement with a tricep for hip thrusts. All right, so B stance hip thrusts. We're going to go 8 each side. We're going to go 10 casts, and then we're going to go 10-second hold. So depending on your volume for those three movements, whether you want to use a moderate dumbbell for the B stance and then go heavy, if you want to use kind of like a moderate weight or resistance for all of those movements, I will probably go pretty moderate resistance and then heavy for the 10 casts and 10-second isometric hold. That's going to be a tough one. 4 sets of that. And then what do we got? What do we got? We have some single leg quad extensions. So if you're at the gym, go ahead and just find your quad extension machine. That would be fine. I'll use a mini loop band like this. I might have to jump to a heavier resistance. That's going to be seated on my bench, single leg. And then we're going to jump into Bulgarians. Is that all we have? And then we're gonna get into some hydrants, just like low impact movement stuff coming in at the end. So let me go ahead and bring my music back. Don't underestimate what a good playlist can do with a fun workout. Fun meaning all of my favorite things, but also some things that really do challenge me in a way that kind of like nothing else does. Let me just make sure my bench, I'm gonna have to slide my bench into frame a little bit here. Slide that over. Okie dokie. Okay, that looks better. Grab another mini loop band just in case that resistance doesn't do anything. Okay. So we're just going to take some banded squat walks. Wake up the adductors a little bit. I love a good quad and glute setup where it's like kind of literally alternating. Quad glute, quad glute. Bulgarians are going to be quad focused as well. So position's going to be a bit more upright. All right. Let's lose that band. Let's bring it down into some inchworms. That stretch feels really good. When was the last time you had like a long stretch session? It's been a while for me. It's been a while. If I can do it, I like to stretch in the sauna when I have the time. Let's go one more inchworm. Really focus on that core engagement here in this last one. Hips are locked into place, core is engaged. Big step of that right leg, drop that back knee down. Rotate it up, T-spine stretch, come down deep into that hip opener stretch. Feels so good. Ooh, it feels so good. Part of the reason I love legs in the beginning of the week as opposed to upper body is because honestly, I'm typically eating extra food on the weekends, and then I prefer that extra to go straight to my glutes instead of my upper body. So there we go. That's the reason we're starting the week with legs as opposed to upper body like we used to. There was a time where we kicked it off with chest. Start to walk those hands back. Yes, we're not focusing on the hamstrings today, but it's nice to give the hams a little bit of love. I mean, switch it up. All right. Take a seated windshield wiper. So do everything that you can. I know it feels like that knee raised should be going down the same way the inside knee is coming down. Try to really fight against that urge to do that. And it's almost as if we're squishing a tennis ball into the ground with that knee. So I always start with really, really tight hips, like low mobility, and then I can increase my mobility a little bit as I get these reps in. So with this little good solid mix of like dumbbell work, some resistance band work, or mini loop band work, I would categorize this as a pretty travel-friendly leg day, all things considered. So you might want to bookmark this one, save it. All right, now take 30 seconds to stretch out anything else you might want to stretch out while I get set up and ready to go. All right, y'all. I think we're good. I think we are good. Okay. 4 sets. Rep range 8 to 12 for this guy right here. All right. Go ahead and stretch out anything else you might want to stretch out before jumping in. I know I'm kind of jumping right in. This goblet position really forces that core to work. Try to focus on your tempo. I like a 3-3 or a 3-2. So 1, 2, 3, down, 1, 2. That's quick enough coming up. I'm at 8. All right, fantastic. So I'm going to slide this plate out of the way, make room for my shallow bench, and try to game plan my resistance a little bit. So my goal is to be challenged here at every step of the tricep. Okay, so I'm actually gonna most likely break really quick in between my single leg and my calves. Now, if you're cool with the same resistance all throughout, just keep it flowing. Do not rest with me. It's not really a rest. It's just a transition to get me like heavier resistance. I'm going to keep this by my side in case I really want that extra push. B stance, remember, okay. I want to go over just general form setup, feet placement. This is so important, right? So first coaching cue, keep your chin tucked to chest, round your shoulders forward if needed. Anything to potentially prevent coming back like this, that little bit of movement is creating an arch. We don't want an arched back. If anything, we want more of a rounded back, but we really just want a neutral spine. So I want to prevent this. Do you see how everything's working? No. We want to keep everything in one straight line. So it's shoulders forward, chin to chest. Boom. And we're back down in one motion. That's one full rep. As opposed to, you want to have that upper body sliding down and being in the rep. All right, so that everything is one straight line. It's going to prevent you from feeling low back pain, and that's going to allow you to engage the proper muscles. Chances are you're not really feeling it in your glutes if you're performing the movement that way. So chin to chest, inside knee tight to the glute, other leg along for the ride. It's a B stance. You might want to shift that heel in towards the center slightly, but this is along for the ride. 80 to 95% of the work coming in on that inside foot. Fantastic. Ten-second hold. Whew, awesome. That's the volume that I prefer for my cast and my iso hold reps. I want like a level of shaking. That's what I go for. Quick sip of water. Whew. I'm at 8. Right side gets a rest. Ten-second hold. Two down, 2 to go. Damn. 2 down, 2 to go. Say 2 down, 2 to go. Whew. Think about what progression you'd like to make for these next 2 sets, if any. We're talking about stretching reps, lifting heavier weights. Set number 3, arguably the hardest set in every workout, because you know you got another one coming. Well, at least for these 2. For everything else, you're not going to. But it's the hardest because you've already experienced the challenge. You know it's coming. You can anticipate it. And it's almost like I have a choice. Do I want to go through it again, knowing how I'm going to feel in that challenge, like very close to failure, my last few reps? So it's not about the first 4 reps at all. It's about how you feel in the final reps. Knowing the discomfort's coming, making that conscious choice to still be in the work, in the fight. It can feel like a fight. You versus you, your body versus your head. If your head quits on you a lot, your head's always going to do it before your body actually does. Good, I'm at 8. Good, good. Now again, the secret to every successful workout, no matter what, is to be in the rep. Be present, be focused in the rep you're in, not the one that's behind you, not the one that's still coming, or the many more that are still coming, be present in the current rep. This allows you to notice, oh shit, my tempo's off. My engagement, off. I'm not engaging properly. My feet placement, what do I need to fix? Here we go now, here we go. No break, just a transition. Fantastic job. That was everything that a third set should be. A little bit of fear mixed in with some shaking, proper engagement, viewing the reps objectively, everything. Fourth and final set is coming. Remember, these skinny, elevated squats, the feet placement is strategic, so you're lighting up the quads. We're lighting up the quads. We're letting the glutes sort of take over in the bottom of that rep. But this position, nice and tight. Feet are tight, heels together, knees will travel out. Okay? Yes, the knees are going to travel out. Body's going to stay upright. Core engagement comes into play. Let the quads dominate. Like I said, best set. I'm at 8. Fourth and final set. Feet placement right, form right, engaged properly, beat in the rep. Yes, the reps are slowing down. That's what happens when we're fatigued. It's gonna happen. All right, good. Way to breathe through the shaking. Okay. So I'm going to slide this shallow bench out the way slightly. Just got to make sure we got room for extensions. These extensions are a standalone move, all right? So, again, at the gym, taking the quad extension machine. Still working single legs, even on the quad extension. So, you might want a much lighter resistance. Definitely need a heavier resistance. So whatever you're used to for quads, maybe reduce by like half of that. Oh, shoot. What am I doing? Oh, there we go. Woo, third time's the charm here. We've got 8 to 10 each. All I ask, obviously, what you do on one side, you must do on the other. So if you're going for 10, that means you're going for 10 on both sides, right? Anybody with a history of like knee issues, or you're finding you got some knee pain or joint pain at this point in your life, this exercise right here is absolutely fantastic to strengthen the muscles around the knee. I got the core engaged. I'm going right from one side into the next. Set number 2. You want to rest, go ahead and take it. I'm not judging. We love isolation moves. We love unilateral work. Having the opportunity to work through imbalances. Get your stabilizers in the mix. This is longevity. This is not about building visible abs. That would be a nice bonus. But involving the stabilizers, the deep core in more everyday movements is going to allow you to prevent injury. It's going to allow you to move easier, to be independent. It is not too early to invest in your future self. If you're investing in a 401k, You're making a financial investment in your future self. Why are we not doing the same thing with our physical body? Why? Why? This is the way you train for longevity. It's not box jumps. It's not burpees. It's not sprinting on the treadmill. It's tiny, seemingly insignificant, minute, tiny movements that are going to strengthen the knees, strengthen the core, strengthen the low back, improve posture, improve upper body, reduce the risk of injury. Whew. That was a very quick set. We love a standalone. We love a standalone. We're going into Bulgarians. This is our final superset today. Final superset of work. All right, so we've got 8 to 10 Bulgarians. Let me scoot this back, actually. Create a little bit more room. Whew. Yeah, I'm sweaty too. Whew. However you want to challenge yourself within the 8 to 10 reps. So you want to go heavy for 8. Cool. I'm going to start with a 20. And then guess what? I might increase it to a 30. I might increase it to 2 15s. I might make a different progression. I don't know. I'm going to get in one set. I'm going to see how I feel. Body upright. Woo. I'm at 8. Yes, quads should be on fire today. And then we're going to move it over to our hydrants. Body weight or band, it doesn't matter. Adductors working. Eight to 10 reps, y'all. As if somebody's pulling that knee towards your back wall on a string. Set number 1, done. 1 down, 2 to go. Say 1 down, 2 to go. add weight this time. I'm gonna probably fail at 8. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not getting too far ahead. We never get too far ahead of our reps. Whew. I'd rather let my my body tell me. Right. Try to envision, if you can. Take a minute, get your form right. Neutral, head, neck, and spine. Try to take a minute and visualize your final set. Each part of that challenge is on your terms. My goodness. My goodness. All right, we got a little bit of recovery. You want to rest for 2 minutes, rest for 2 minutes. You want to rest for 40 seconds, rest for 40 seconds. I'm going to recover. I am going to make this final set my best, my most challenging. Who would have thought a little old in-home workout with just dumbbells could be so challenging, right? Who would have thought? It goes to show you, just because you get to the gym doesn't guarantee a better workout than a focused workout at home. Last set of 8 or 10 reps, or 9 reps. Y'all slayed it. Go hydrate, eat, stretch, move. Move outside of this workout. Eat your protein, eat your carbs, hydrate. Walk, stretch, love it. Slay the rest of your day, and I will see you next time.